Welcome back to the Movie Draft House. I'm your host, Mark. It's another 5-minute review. In today's review, we're going to be talking about the recently released on Hulu horror film, Slotherhouse. Slotherhouse. All right. It's a movie about a killer sloth. All right, that's it. Yeah, that's the movie. It's ridiculous. It's on Hulu. I originally got so it's funny. So Jeff was over at my house the other day. We're gonna record the latest episode of the Draft House, and my wife is watching a movie in the living room, and it's loud, and get the surround sound going, all that, and like Jeff makes a comment, he's like, "Man, something's really happening on that TV in there," and so I peek in, and I'm like, "Hey, what are you watching?" And my wife goes, "A movie called Slotherhouse," and I was like, "Slaughterhouse?" And she's like, "No, Slotherhouse, like with a sloth," and I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, I don't know, just popped up on the TV. I'm gonna watch it." So I was like, "Huh, that's interesting." I mean, it's a good title, Slotherhouse. It's um, so this morning I was like, you know what? I woke up early and just not anything to do really, so I put on Slotherhouse myself, and I'm not excited to say that it was terrible. I wish it would have been better. But indeed, it is as bad as you are thinking it might be. All right, let's get the premise out of the way. It is a girl adopts a sloth. However you do that, and she's in the sorority, and she's trying to get to be president, I guess. And she wants the sloth to be her kind of her thing, her not a mascot, but just what everybody knows her for. And the the prosthetics in this movie are terrible. The puppet, and they use an actual sloth looking doll for a majority of this film, and it looks terrible every part of the way. And there is a good bit of camp here, but like the kills are very not gory, because this is PG-13, which is a mistake. You don't make a movie about killer sloth and make it PG-13, right? You want people to see your movie, you make it hard R. Have this sloth decapitating folks, ripping guts and intestines out, just eating eyeballs and shit like that, and you live with it, right? Nope, not this movie. This movie skimps on the gore, opts for some blood, and terrible prosthetics. Anyways, I don't know, man. I don't know how this movie got made, and it's directed by some guy named Matthew Goodhue, who's made 2 films, and they've both been terrible according to IMDb rating and Rotten Tomatoes. But it's just not. I mean, I don't know how this movie gets. How do you make a movie like this, and it's neither full camp or so bad it's good, right? I mean, we've seen a lot of bad films, but them be enjoyable because they're just so bad they're good. This is not one of them, so I'm not going to recommend it. It's not good. Don't waste your time. There's better, better movies. I don't even know out there. Anyways, hit the subscribe button when it pops up so you don't miss any future content here on the podcast. And if you want to follow the podcast on all your social media platforms, we're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and right here on YouTube. So catch us doing big things everywhere. Anyways, the podcast releases on all your favorite podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all the places, all the things, every Thursday, so don't miss out.
In the jungle, she's a beta, but out here, she's an alpha.
Alpha. It is a